Hey guys, Patrick here with an update that I did not anticipate. So one of my biggest videos was just struck down for community guideline strikes for hate speech, and that was why all women are stupid. Now, this was a very old video, very semi-old video. This was a video I made 2 years ago while I was still in fire school. And basically what happened was I was up late one night after studying, and I saw this video. I forget who it was by, but it was one of the guys who was obviously the guy who made it was obviously a brain cell, right? Because he was going on about, it was basically talking about, women and their stupid monkey brains, shit like that. And I always found incels like that to be a hilarious meme. Well, this guy in particular, the video was titled "Why Women Like Big Muscles," right? And I was like, "Oh, why do women like big muscles? Let's see you scientifically break that down." And his reasoning, and I shit you not, was the reason women like big muscles is because deep down, all women want to be raped, and they want a guy who's capable of raping them. And I was just like, "Holy fucking shit." Like, what a fucking batshit insane take. Like, I was like, that is so ridiculous. Who the fuck would actually think that? And, I looked, and this was back when dislikes were still, implemented. And it actually had, like, a severely positive like-to-dislike ratio, like a 95% like ratio. And this was not a small video either. Like, it had a lot of views. And there were lots of people in the comments being like, "Oh, this makes sense." And I even commented on it. I was like, "This is the most dumbest shit I think I've ever heard in my life." And I even got people responding to me being like, "I don't know, dude, it makes sense if you really think about it." And I was like, "Holy fuck." And after watching that video, I was inspired to create a video that was essentially a parody of his. And that was, "Why Are All Women So Stupid?" And so I put on, like, a blazer and a pair of glasses to be like, "Ooh, look at me. Aren't I smart because I'm dressed nice?" And so I went out in my garage and I just filmed it right there and then. And the whole thing was off the cuff, improv. And it also inspired the character of Professor Nice Guy, who's a parody character of basically the most terrible people on the internet. Like, he's an incel. He's like all the negative stereotypes of a gamer. He's like the shitty, like, early 2000s atheist kind of YouTuber. Also, like, he's basically just like every derogatory thing on the internet put together, right? But he started off as just a brain cell parody. And I thought that it was quite obvious that it was a joke, because in the video, I openly contradict myself, like, several times. Like, first of all, I call myself fucking Professor Nice Guy. And then I go on to say, like, "Well, here's why women are stupid." And I hold up a magazine that shows, like, a muscular man on it. And I'm like, "Oh, women like this guy, but I don't look like this guy. So obviously that means women are stupid." because they like this guy and this guy isn't me, so that's obviously why they're dumb, right? And basically the whole video is just me going on about that point and contradicting myself several times. And again, I thought it was fairly obvious that I was joking, and just to make sure that everybody knew that this was not, like, serious, I even put in both the description and the top pinned comment, "Hey guys, this is a parody of the fucking brain cells online," right? And it seems like most people got the joke, because a lot of people would post, joking responses down below. And also, you know, it had a very positive like to dislike ratio. And it was one of the biggest videos on my channel, and like I said, I just viewed it and it got fucking struck down for hate speech. And I'm like, what the fuck? Like, it obviously had an inflammatory title, Why All Women Are Stupid, but also, like, you know, that's kind of what you do on YouTube when you want someone to watch your video, is you give things really inflammatory or eye-catching titles. And if you watch the video, it is clearly a parody. I can't think of anybody who would take this shit seriously because, again, I call myself fucking Professor Nice Guy. I contradict myself, like, several times. Like, very blatantly. Like I say, like, oh, what are some of the things I say? I say some shit that's like, you know, like, obviously I'm smart, and that's why women don't. So, what do I say? It's been a while since I've actually seen the video. I'm just mad because it's like it got taken down for fucking hate speech when it is quite. Anybody who would see that shit would not think that it is serious whatsoever. I even, like, towards the end of the video, and it's not a long video either, it's like 2 minutes long, I make like a gurgly slurping noise from the back of my throat, like as a fucking comedy sight gag, as in, like, oh, isn't it funny that I'm like a disgusting human being or some shit. But that's the whole joke, is like I'm a fucking idiot. Like people who think this shit are idiots. And so unless it got targeted for hate speech because I was making fun of brain cells. Brain cells are a protected group. You can't fucking say shit about them. Honestly, if that were the case, that would be hilarious. If it was like hate speech towards brain cells. But yeah, so I just appealed it, and I said in my appeal, like, hey, yo, this is a parody. If you watch it, it's quite obvious, and also I outlined it twice. That this is not to be taken seriously. So I just submitted the appeal. We'll see how long it takes them to get back to me on that. But if they watch it and they still, like, think, oh, you know, maybe it's hate speech, I'll be fucking pissed. Alright, guys, but that's all I have to say about this. I'll post an update when there is one about this subject.